What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to G-Ball Vision. Thank you for stopping in. Today we got an exciting unboxing to dig into. Before we get started, double check and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. I'd love to have you here. And before you head out, do me a huge favor. Hit that thumbs up button. I greatly appreciate it, everyone. Really helps push the video out there so more people have a chance to check it out. And feel free to let me know what you are carrying in your pockets today down in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. So I'm not 100% sure what this is. I've narrowed it down, but we shall find out together here what this is. And let's go through there. I got to be a little careful because my info is on the other side. Ah, yes, okay. So, huge shout out to Sencut Savivi for sending this in for us to take a look at. This is called the Omniform. So, never checked out this model before, and for everything, I haven't checked out a whole lot of Sencut, period. I think I've only ever handled maybe 3 Sencut knives, maybe 3 or 4. Going to get your standard packaging from Savivi and Sencut, couple of stickers, 10th anniversary sticker. I think that's the Bronte there, warranty and information card, microfiber cloth, and then we have a nice zippered pouch with the knife housed inside in a cellophane wrapper here. Now, if you're not familiar, Sencut is a sister company to Kubey Knives, which is the head company, and then Savivi and Sencut are going to fall underneath. Sencut being the most affordable line, quote unquote, the budget line. We have a nicely centered blade there. Let's take a deeper look. So you're going to get a lot of bang for your money with Sencut. They're going to have extremely good tolerances, great fit and finish, just good builds all the way around. And they're going to be very affordable, very user-friendly. We have a deep carry clip here. The screws are recessed. It's going to be reversible. Clip's not recessed, but should be plenty of room in there to get this in and out of the pocket. We have flow-through construction there, a couple of standoffs and a lanyard post. You can see in there there's a bunch of internal milling on this steel liner to make some extra weight relief. And then we have some very nice black micarta handles. And then let's take a look. Nice detent on this thing. So we have a very low drop point style of blade here, and it's got a nice satin finish to it. Let's give it a wipe down here. That way we can really catch it in its beauty and glory. So there we go. There's a nice look at the finish on the blade. I've said it before. I'd love it if they just did the S, the symbol, their logo, and just put it up here real tight to the scales. And I think that would look phenomenal. Now, it is subtle. It's kind of out of the way at the very top. It's very minimal. It's not eye-grabbing. So, not a huge deal. Not a deal breaker. Not the end of the world either. It looks clean. It looks good. Now, as far as the steel is concerned, oh, there we go. So, we are looking at, can I bring it up? It's very, very small. 9CR, 18 MOV, and you guys are used to hearing that. It is very small. So, very nice detent on this thing. It's quite a bit better than I was anticipating. It's nice and strong for that light switch, and then you can push button it as well. It's going to be more for that light switch, but you can definitely push button it if you want to, and this is going to be considered a full-size knife without question. We'll get our little tape measure out here, and that's going to have, let's see here, 3.6 or so for cutting edge, and then we're looking at 3.75 for the total overall blade length, and then we're coming down all of 8.5 inches. I consider anything over 8 inches or right around 8 inches to be a full-size knife. That's pretty much going to be, you know, my standard for a full-size knife. And this is definitely a primary carry for me. You know, this would be a size that I would want to primary carry and be the main kind of folder in the pocket. I like to do a larger folder like this, and then maybe a more mid-size carry, and then sometimes I'll do like a smaller fifth pocket type knife or a slip joint, something like that. But this is definitely going to fit the bill for a full-size pocket knife. So let's get our Issuing Stitches Hank out here, and we'll see what this thing looks like in the pocket. It should carry very nice, very deep. There will be very, very little poking out of the pocket there. The clip it seems to work good. It looks fine. You know, not changing anything too drastic there. It's going to work good. It's going to look like a standard pocket clip. Nothing flashy. I wish it was a little bit shorter, but you know, maybe the end of it here or so, but not a big deal either on that spectrum. As far as the action goes, guys, this thing is tuned very, very nicely. A very stout detent, and that's what you want for a flipper knife. That is going to be a flipper only. You want a stout detent because you can get a ton of leverage on these flipper tabs. So definitely tuned well for that flipper. And with the right grip, you can reverse flick this thing out as well because there's plenty of blade there. You know, you rest your finger on the side here somewhere and you'll be able to reverse flick it out. No problem, I would say. Stay a little lower, mid height to lower, and you'll be able to flick it out all day long. As far as the thumb flick, yeah, you can get it. Might take some practice for some people. So for all intents and purposes, this is a flipper only, but because of how much blade sticks out of the handle there, and not like it's an overabundance, it's just enough sticks out there that you'll be able to get something on there that you can thumb flick it out and reverse flick it out without a whole lot of trouble. Let's go ahead and we'll see what kind of edge they put on this thing. They typically do a phenomenal job with geometry of the blade and finalizing that edge. We'll give it a tall order here and see if it can cut some phone book paper here. Yeah, it's got a clean edge on it. Yeah, nice edge on this guy. We'll check some of the functions as well. So we check centering right off the rip, which it was centered. We're not going to have any lashing of the detent, which means the blade is not going to be moving in there. It's going to be closed or it's going to be opened up. There's no lashing. As far as pivot lash, which means side-to-side movement around the pivot there with the blade, we're not going to have any lashing around the pivot. We have fairly early lockup there. We're looking at maybe 25% or so, and it feels locked up very nicely. There's no up and down, and there's no side-to-side movement either, so very, very good. As far as all the functions, the last check that we typically do is we're going to check and see how that lock will hold up against some resistance. Here, we'll get the spine whacker out. We'll get the old spine whacker out and we'll close it, give it a good open, make sure it's locked out. It is, and we'll give it some taps here. Yeah, it's solid. We'll close it. Give it another good one or two here. Yeah, you can feel it. Once you do so many of these, you can kind of feel if it's loose or lazy like. as far as the lockup is concerned, and this is going to be nice and sturdy. So that's a great thing. That's what we want to see. Yep, great job. And Sencut, just ripped the cord almost out of my phone, but Sencut does a fantastic job on their affordable knives. These are going to be coming in, you know, under $50, which, you know, a lot of people are in that price point. They don't want to spend more than like $50 for a pocket knife, and that's fine. Because you can get a lot for your money with like $50 and under. It's not going to be coming in a super steel or anything like that. 9CR, 18 MOV. It's a very common steel used in affordable knives. It's going to be fairly tough. It's going to hold an edge for a fair amount of time, and it's fairly corrosion resistant. So I mean, it's an all right steel. It's an adequate steel, especially at this price point. You know, I have no qualms about picking up something in 9CR at this price point with this type of build quality. They really have tuned these knives, and the fit and finish of these knives that Sencut does, you know, that kind of falls down from WE, and the quality that WE Knives puts out trickles down into Civivi, trickles down into Sencut. So you're getting phenomenal build quality with the knife. You're just getting lesser, you know, quote unquote materials than maybe WE and Civivi, where WE uses 20 CV, Civivi uses 14C and Nitro V. Sencut is going to use a lot of 9CR, maybe 10CR, D2, steels like that. So, you know, a very budget-ended, affordable steel. And like I said, I have no problem with that. If you're looking for a full-size knife, this has a full flat grind too. So this is going to be very thin down at the edge. You can put a screamer on this thing, and this will be, for all intents and purposes, a razor blade. Very good closing action. Like I've mentioned, the detent is fantastic. And then with that heavier blade, you're going to get a very nice controlled closing on that guy. Tons of access to that liner, and they jimp it. So definitely a solid all-around pocket knife. You guys will have to let me know, what do you think of the new Sencut here? And do you have any Sencuts of your own, or are you looking at any in particular? The Omniform, I believe, is a newer model for Sencut. You guys will have to let me know what you think. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. I always appreciate that, everyone. If you're new here, we release videos just like this one every single day. Hit that subscribe button, ring the little bell. I'd love to have you here. Otherwise, guys, I'll throw up a couple of new videos. Go check one of them out. Have yourself an awesome day. Thanks again for watching. I will catch you on the next one.